That is a code violation. In unfinished basements and crawl spaces, you cannot run under the joist with the small cables. You have to be through drilled holes or on running boards. Larger cables you can go under, smaller cables you can't. I was trained differently as an apprentice, so a lot of people my age are going to swear this is a Mandela effect. That was not the rule. Crawl spaces you could go under, unfinished basements you couldn't. Let me show you some of the old codes that I think is the origin of that confusion. But first, let's start with the current code. 2023 334-15C, unfinished basements and crawl spaces. Larger cables can go to the lower edge. Smaller cables must be run through bored holes or on the back of running boards. The issue is, this used to just say unfinished basements. It didn't always say and crawl spaces. All right, now if we read the 2005 and we go to the NM code article and we go to 315C, it just says unfinished basements. Now the rule is the same. The heading is just different. Okay? This is only my opinion at this moment. I'm just making something up in a guess. I think the people who wrote the code thought a crawl space was a type of unfinished basement, and they didn't need to say and crawl spaces. So they just wrote it that way. But electricians being electricians thought they found a loophole that crawl spaces weren't unfinished basements. So then in 2008, to close that loophole, they added crawl spaces to the heading. 2008, the NM article, we go to C, unfinished basements and crawl spaces. Again, they didn't change the rule, they just added crawl spaces. If you want a little bit of trivia, the rule is the same all the way back to 1937, and I would show you that. I just don't like to write in my 37 and highlight because I only own one, but I have this 47 that I don't mind writing in. So if we open up the 47 and we go to the NM article and we look up unfinished basements, it's the same thing. Sorry, I'm wiggling so much. Larger cables can go to the lower edges. Smaller cables go through bored holes or running boards. Nothing has changed since then. For the people who are going to try to claim because that was UF, everything I just said was irrelevant, go to the UF section of the code, use is permitted, and you will find under 4, the vast majority of the rules for NM in Article 334 also apply to UF. I just need to add this because it turns out that the guy is from the UK, so it doesn't directly say his install is a violation where he lives, but the comment section debate or discussion I was involved with was whether or not the NEC would allow it. And yeah, for the trolls who are going to point out that I have that violation on my background, it's just part of a crazy experiment I did, not part of a real install. But all right, thank you very much.